Looks like we're live. I checked earlier. I didn't really play much, but I checked on my tune earlier. I was gonna play, and then I just wasn't feeling it, so I read some, fell asleep, took a nap. Just finished dinner and watch a few YouTube videos. Having dessert, some fresh cherries. Season's probably getting ready to be over. And when I logged in earlier to check, she was, yeah, these are placements. I need some more of those, so I just wanted to remind myself that. So yeah, she's gotten all of her stuff for the most part. Everything's slotted. This one that I was missing, I got lucky. One went on it. There's only one. I put 10 million on it, and it dropped for me, even though there were hundreds of other people bidding on it. I guess nobody wanted to go 10 million, so I have all my others except for the fourth one of that, which I will get eventually. I've got a bunch of enhancement catalysts, but I can't use them until I hit level 50 on these anyway, and this, and these. I need 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and so I'm 5 short. I've got 10 on a proxy bid, but that's also because I could use a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I really need to bid a couple more proxy bids, but I'll probably get some others. Get some more in my next farm run, which I'll do later. I don't know if I'll stream it or I'll do it after I'm kind of done with the stream, and I might do my farm. I'll send her enough money to bid some more on the catalysts, and then send the rest over to, who am I on? Ann Odelia. just don't feel like farming right now, even though it's not that long and whatnot. I just want to play some and try to get to 44, because that's our next level. And first, we're going to do this. Yep. So yeah, that was the last mission. Got another 62 merits. Oh shoot, my thing was up. I should have checked that before, because I got experience and influence. Oh well. I would have got 50, which would have been a nice little chunk, but oh well. So now she should be done with, yeah, she should just be given regular missions. So yep, I'm done with her. Go back to just +1. And then go to Founders Falls. But first I gotta go over here and re-up, because evidently I'm out of the buff. Should have checked that. That's what happens when you're not just waking up, but just kind of starting, and you forget to look for that little XP booster button. So I just go in the base and go to Founders Falls. Defeat all Malta and get notes. Find Melvin's travel notes. Now you can see I'll have plenty to get this one, this last one. Probably before I need it, hopefully. Because I'll get, I don't know, 40 something from this one, I think, or more. Hercules over there. Oh, that's what I did too. Off stream, I ran around and got We got the bunch of badges, exploration to get the 5 whatchamacallits. So yeah, the 5 merits for every time you clear a zone of all its exploration badges and get the accolade. That's why my map was open big. Another Herc. Nice, a red boy. Out of the fire. At this level on my tank, you can see it didn't hardly move me, and every little bit of damage goes towards that badge. A million. I'm on the 3rd one. There's 5. I think it goes 5 million and 10 million. Yeah, there might even be 6, and it's way higher than that. I don't know. I can't remember all the badges. Well, you just have 2. Oh, there's the 3rd one. Like, really? Seriously? Oh wow, we're gonna get or another group over there. Wow. And he was too far away from his buddies to get aggroed. Or he just totally botched his perception rolls, so whatever floats your boat. Wow, these guys are stupid. Alright. Third floor, fourth floor, third floor, third floor. And final floor. And all her mess stuff is pretty potent. For the most part. And I hear glowy. Oh man. They were probably not considered close enough to combine. Come on. There we go. Get the notes. Beat the last couple down. And that's that. Must be one of the multi-stepper ones because I didn't get any end mission bonus. There I did, and it's, yeah, half and half. So, yep, take notes to Crimson. And because it's crimson, instead of porting in and being way up north, I'll take the channel, which will put me down fairly close to crimson. See, instead of coming way up here to the portal, I still think that's stupid because I get no, yeah, well, rescue Marva Varvarsky, defeat all agents in sewers, Bricktown. And see, now I can port to Brickstown, because it's just, it's more better. Where's it at? There it is. 14. Locate the Russian. Oh, wow. You are stuck. To go use the facilities in a moment. I can get these guys, this last guy down. I'll go up and fly up and hide in a corner. That way, if there's a patrol, it won't find me. Hopefully. Alright, I'll be back in a moment. sit back in the chair and finish this mission. There we go. Get that headphones back on. Alrighty. Thought there was some more dudes in here than just the gunslinger over there. I guess not. Alright. Boink. Alright. Oh, nice. Another red boy lieutenant. Tack ops. Oh, is that a Zeus? Nice. Let me go check the middle of the road here. Yeah, I didn't think anything would be there, but it's just like there's probably nothing that way, but we'll check it too, just so we don't have to backtrack. Oh, that's an NG. Let's fly over and hit the NG. Yeah. Tack ops, hop off, and attack ops. So two groups here. And we'll go through this iris and just double check. I don't think there was anything this way, but there might be some. Probably not, because that's a ramp down or up. Probably up, it looks like. Nobody, yeah. Okay. Poke the iris. Dadgummit. Yeah, there's nothing. Alright. Nope. Oh, Echo Red. Ida Edda. So yeah, we're gonna go hit the engineer first. Like there's a hurt back there. No. Locate the Russian. Alright, we're gonna get this one out of the way right quick. And see if we can get the perks to combine into a Zeus. The thing is to get him down to half and go tap the other guy and hope they're close enough connected. Okay, so the other guy gained a little back. No, I don't think they were close enough. Hit them a little more each. And this one. No, they're not going to combine. I mean, he's all dazed. No, it doesn't look like they're dazed. They're still not going to combine. Okay, let's take them out. There we go. $40K. Dun, dun, dun. Attack the multi-computer lab for information. Founders Falls. Founders Falls. So yeah, 44 I'll get that mental blast power, and I'll be able to slot the first one of those in, and that'll become available. This will actually be that one, and then that'll become available. So that'll go up here in the first one, because yeah, put that there, and then at 45 I'll get that, which goes in here, but I'll get slots, so I'll put 2 slots in mental blast for these two, and 1 slot in here so I can slot that in and keep that, and 46 will be the other slot there, and a slot there, and a slot in dominate. Yeah, buddy. We kind of got a plan, a little bit of plan. Oh, there's a Pooter, there's a Zeus. Just all tac ops. Somebody in the corner. Perimeter watch commencing. Engineer, yeah, let's go tap him first. Go ahead and get a little gun drawn out. Still can't just get over there. Well, I'd really like to talk to the dev who came up with that scenario. Let's give this guy a pet. It doesn't disappear after he goes away like most pets do in the game. I mean, I know it's mechanical and all that, but I mean, mechanical robots don't go away, or go away when their mastermind summoner goes down. But then on top of that, let's not give. We'll go ahead and clear this whole room, and then we'll come back over here. Now we'll do this side first. But then again, on top of that, not make the pet disappear, not make it worth anything. No XP, no nothing. And then make it a grade higher, even though it's a pet, it should be lesser. And then give it double the hit points. Make it harder to hit, harder to take down, and not worth jack. What's the reasoning behind that, man? Sorry, the dev who came up with that was not thinking that day at all. At all. I mean, that ranks up right up there with some of those WoW quests that okay, you need, you know, 20 toad spleens or something, whatever, and make the drop rate like not even 50%. I can see it not be 100, but it should be like 70 or 80% drop rate. Attack ops outside the door. They're probably attached to attack ops just inside the door. Yeah. Well, it's immersion because, you know, you can't get a toad spleen every time you kill a toad. I'm not shooting it with a 22 that's going to splatter it all over creation. Attack ops, pop off, nice. No NGs. Say immersion or whatever, do you think that like indigenous people or, you know, cavemen, Neanderthals, whatever, they like, if they killed an animal and it had a couple extra holes in its skin because they needed to shoot it a couple more times, they just didn't use that skin? No, it maybe wasn't as high a quality as skin, but they, you know, sewed those holes shut and used that skin. If I can't get, and for crafting purposes, I can, every animal I kill that can be skinned, I get a skin from, but in a mission context, I don't get, you know, yeah, that's just, that's lame, man. You just don't want it so that you get stuff every time we want to make the game more fun. Yeah, by making it less fun. And I've seen some videos lately on the problem with World of Warcraft and how it's really hard for a new player, unless they do a ton of research, to not get kind of stuck. Because if they're unaware, like if they're, you know, let alone not a new player to World of Warcraft, but a new player to MMORPGs totally, and they try to play WoW first time, they can hit the wall a couple places in the game, and if you, while you're leveling, and you know, unless you get part of a guild that can explain some stuff to you, and you complain about, oh man, I'm not as powerful as I was, and they're like, well, what kind of gear do you have? This, and this, and they're like, okay. So did you do this, and this? No, I didn't know I was supposed to do this, and this. Okay, well, that's the problem. Your gear is bupkis because of their scaling crap that they do. And a bunch of other things that's just idiotic because of, yeah. It's kind of dumb. And it's sad because, yeah, it makes it so that, say you're super casual, you only play an hour a day, and you haven't got with a guild or anything, and you're pretty solo centric because you only have an hour to play a day, maybe even 2 hours, and you just you pug stuff, and you don't really and because it seems like it's taken forever, or all of a sudden you just can't kill stuff, or it takes forever to kill stuff, and you're dying left and right too. Yeah. And that's part of the problem with WoW is it every time they do an expansion, you have to relearn your character. I mean, it seems like it. They changed a bunch of shit. It's just like, I remember from Lich King or from Burning Crusade to Lich King, I think that was when they took the talents away, and just I think I was a marksman, hunter, and made it so that Beastmaster was the way to go. They totally nerfed marksman, and it was just like, wow. And yeah, man, I mean, it's just kind of sad when they do crap like that. And then if you ran all the cool stuff at the end, you're all purpled out, geared to the nines, and then all of a sudden you hit the new expansion, and your first quest gives you a soulbound green piece that's like way better than your current purple piece of gear. And you're thinking, you know what I had to go through to get this purple piece of gear? And here I just, whack 10 rabbits on the head. And I get this, green POS that shouldn't be that much better than mine, but it is. And it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Holy dueling Zeuses. But yeah, man, I mean, oh shit, that's a sapper. Well, we're gonna go after him first. Some point along the way there, probably by mists or maybe even before that, I was like, I don't care what the meta is, I don't care what, oh, now this hunter's the best DPS out of the three, because I always mained a hunter. I just love the pet classes, and, I mean, I was like, I don't care, I'm sticking with Beastmaster. And yeah, I might try Marksman. I quit on Survival and then made Survival the one who almost doesn't use the ranged weapon anymore. I never really hardly played Survival anyway, but yeah, oofta. I mean, what am I, a Neanderthal or even further back? And yeah, I chuck a spear. I mean, I can't even have a bow and arrow, let alone a black powder gun. But yeah, it's just kind of Zeus class. But yeah, man, I mean, I just, I don't exactly know what the solution is. I know what my solution would be. That's to not change the game every freaking time you get a win. People play the game because it was fun. Having a few dailies to me isn't bad, but kind of if you're gonna, after the major expansion and then when you patch it, maybe you introduce some new stuff, kind of make those other dailies not feel like a total requirement. And yeah, if you garnered all the reputation gotten all the stuff from them, then yeah, you can kind of like, okay, I don't need to do these dailies anymore. But in some instances, it almost, because of some of the buffs they gave you, it was like, geez, man, I need to keep doing these dailies, even though it kind of seems like I've reached the end of them, but, you know, that's stupid too. Because you can't keep the game static, but you can't keep having so many changes because, you know, again, you piss off your core. And you're always gonna. That was my thing. Just like, say, Dungeons and Dragons. Why do they keep coming out with new shit? I mean, new rule sets, not new shit, but new rule sets. You know. Well, we you know, you're gonna get new generations of players. Keep the damn rule set and wait for that generation and make new campaign settings and stuff. You know, new storylines, story arcs, quest lines, whatever you want to call them. But, you know, that's what got me turned off on it again. Was I just kind of discovered it right at the end of 3.5's life. I didn't know that at the time, but you know, 6 months later, when all of a sudden they announced, oh, we're gonna put out 4.0 in 8 months to a year. And now, if all your buddies, you know, change over, you're gonna have to buy all these new books. Sorry, not sorry. I quit. I was just like, really? You guys, I just discovered it again, you know? I played back in the Redbox days and the AD&D days. You know. And now you're making me you know, if my friends all switch over, it forces me to switch over. Yeah, you know, they're my friends and all, and I'd really like to keep playing, but I don't want to have to shell out a couple $100 over the next 6 months just to keep playing. When we were perfectly fine with 3.5. Yeah. And then you run into, you know, 4 wasn't as big as they, and not that it was bad. A lot of people liked it, but they also lost a lot of people, I think, and they weren't expecting that, man. I really think they weren't, and that's stupid. What do you think? Did you do any focus groups or anything at all? Probably not. I mean, did you probably went to Gen Con or some other conventions or something back then, of course, and people are like, oh, this is great, oh, this is cool, I can't wait for you guys to do this, blah, blah. And that's, unfortunately to me, those are the FOTM people, flavor of the month, who get ultra bored of stuff real quick and pick up one of these MMOs and play it for 3 or 4 months and then stop. And I know MMOs aren't for everybody because, they are a commitment, kinda. And, I can still play some other single player console games every so often and still, be diversified. But this is where I came in. Yep. Let's go check these other Corey doors. Probably nothing. But to me, and not that MMOs are just for hardcore players. I mean, there's plenty of casuals that just, because they don't want to learn and play a different game all the time. They want to stick with one game. They tried it, they like the lore, they like the backdrop, the storyline, the art, and everything else, and then they just stick with it. Until the company does something to screw the pooch. I mean, really. I mean, it's kind of sad. But yeah, man, I don't know. My first major gripe with WoW was that, if you were a casual, and I wasn't a total casual, I just didn't like to group and and I get what an MMO is for and whatnot, but I just like to be a soloist, man. I mean, I'll group up and help people, and if I'm in a guild or a league or something, whatever, supergroup, whatever you want to call it, whatever the nomenclature is for the game. And they need assistance, or somebody, a new person, needs some assistance with how to play the game, and mechanics and strategy and some other stuff. Because I've got a lot of hours into the game, I'm willing to share my knowledge and share my insight, and I'll tell them my one major thing is play it how you like to play. Play it how when you're having fun. If you're not having fun, you're not. That's the only time, in my opinion, that you're playing it wrong. Because if you're not having fun, then what the hell are you doing? Oh, there's another dude. I guess he's not a... Yeah. But, anyway, you know, that's my major pet peeve. You're playing it wrong. No. This is the way I play. I have fun. You know, don't tell me I'm playing it wrong. Now, if you don't get invited back to groups and a bunch of other stuff, then your play style isn't conducive for that. So then, yeah, you're playing it the way you want to play, but if you want a group play, then you do have to follow some general guidelines. Don't be an asshat. Don't, learn how to play your character. Learn how to maximize your potential of your character. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's... I've known some people in the past. Well, they kicked me. I always get kicked from the team. Well, and if it's because you're kind of new and you don't know how to play, you need to make that clear. And then if they say that's not a problem, but then they kick you, then they're just asshats and you just have to move on. But if it keeps happening, you either need to hone your skills a little, or ask people how to build your character better and optimize your character, because oh, but that's not fun to me. Well, then then you can't complain about getting kicked from groups and stuff, because if you're not, I'm not saying you have to min-max. And most, unless they're like super competitive guild, group, whatever. And if they are, they'll help you get geared up and get stuff. Because they know it's a team effort. But if you're not willing to work a little, and if you want to be in one of those top tier groups, then yeah, you gotta put in the time and the effort. And then that's another one of my things, is some of the high-end content is just, you know, I mean, they did finally kind of do away with, you know, they added the levels of stuff, you know, like hard mode and mythic mode or whatever, and then like on here you can set your level and your player count higher so that it is harder. That way it scales, you know, but some of that didn't start off like that. And I remember back in the day, and it still happens, they'll nerf stuff after the first couple weeks, after the top tier guilds defeat a major dungeon or raid. If everybody else is having a lot of problems with it, those filthy casuals they'll nerf stuff or change stuff or whatever, and that's just because, you know, sometimes they make them a little too hard. And yeah, the top 5% of guilds and groups or whatever can maybe do it because they're very competitive, and, you know, they're gonna do all those world first things, and but, you know, but yeah, back to that point is that at first they weren't, they you know, if the top tier guys were having problems with it, they'd nerf it down a little bit. Like during Lich King, during the final raid, there was some major, they'd made it a little too hard, you know, and even the top tier guys, yeah, were having some major problems, so they nerfed it, you know. But then a month later they didn't nerf it some more. Maybe they did, I don't know, but that was the thing. It's like, you know, if you gotta have a near flawless run, and back then, I mean, the raid was a big group of people, so now 20 man is it. So, you know, back during the old days when there were 40 man raids, I mean, now it's hard enough getting 20 people together, let alone 40, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's when I kind of turned into a soloist in a way. I was already kind of a soloist, but I was like, you know, it's not fun for me, you know. So, I don't know. Is this near the end? Am I finally near the end? Where's good old Indiegogo? Attack the Malta, infiltrate the lab, negotiating. Yep, this is it. I'm on the last. Meet with Crimson to defeat Paradox Black and his men and get debriefed. This is almost over, and I'll be almost 43 and a half. Bonus. But yeah, and then to get totally back on track, my thing was too that they spent all these resources and man hours and stuff on these dungeons and raids, more so the raids because they're big. Dungeons, I mean, I'm sure they have some major resource requirements, but you know, when you're doing something for a 5-man team as opposed to a 40-man or 20-man, 10-man or 20-man team, there's a little bit of a difference there. And the raids were supposed to go over several days, where a dungeon you could do it in a day, you know. But yeah, all the resources and stuff to do a raid and whatnot. And then it seemed like back then, like during Lich King and Burning Crusade and stuff, that, you know, unless you'd out leveled the raid or the dungeon and you went back and soloed it, you know, you'd do like a level 20 dungeon or something like that when you're capped out and really maxed out and really purpled out, which you could do because it didn't scale you like City does. City scales you, so Force or Strike Force, that's a particular level range, you're going to get Exemplar down. But yeah, the company puts all these resources, manpower, man hours, and stuff into these things, and then it seemed like, you know, only 10-20% of the players were doing them successfully and with any consistency. Another 20-ish% or so were doing them, but either not completing them or, you know, not being very efficient at completing them. And that just seemed like, you know, and this was back when, before Ian came in to work for Blizzard, he was head of a website that, you know, gave you ideas on how to min-max and how to do stuff. I can't think of the name of them now, man. It was really funny because they were implying that, yeah, people, not everybody can do this stuff. Even if you use some of our techniques and whatnot, even then you might have some problems. So, but yeah, that's the one thing that got me upset, because it's like, I'd done some dungeons and I did Karazhan, and they were cool. I wanted to go through them slower to look at all the stuff that the devs had done for this stuff, all the environments and the mobs and the I wanted to take my time and enjoy it, but a lot of people, they just blaze through it. And yeah, I want the cool loots too and all that, but I also want to enjoy the game and the assets that the devs make, all this stuff. It's cool, because back then not that it's any easier to make a game nowadays, but back then it was kind of hard. You had to have a lot of assets and a lot of really good people. Nowadays it seems like, well, they turn out junk, but visually they look nice, but storyline and everything else, and they're just crap. And that just shows you that just because your game looks really good, it's not about how the game looks. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have a auto cannon come in, gun blade, whatever you want to call it, because this Engie's probably spawned it already. Oh, maybe not. Nice. There's another engineer. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, you got, how they come up with some of this stuff, like the Zeus Titan, how it, it's two Hercules put together, and how they can combine in certain instances. I mean, that's pretty badass. I mean, it's pretty cool. How the storyline of Arthas and all that stuff, and Jaina, and I mean, that intrigues me, and it makes it just that much more better, in my opinion, to have people that really love what they're doing and they put out this great product, but then you spend hours and hours and hours, hundreds of hours building something, and then only not even half of your customers see it when it's viable content. I mean, again, it's gotten better now because they do some things to make it a little better, but back then it was like, not even half of the players were getting to go through Molten Core, or the Solithid thing, you know, AQ20, AQ40, you know, they're just I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy, and it's a fine line. It's hard to balance it too, and you know, I sometimes think that they're too worried about some balance. I mean, there should be some, but it doesn't have to be like, you know, and not every class can solo stuff. I mean, there's a couple classes in here that, like the guy talking about blasters being squishy. Well, yeah, duh. I mean, what, did you not see the survivability numbers when you built your character? There's a, you know, there's this chart that when you build a character that has, I don't know what, shoot, I'll have to look it up. What's this page? Let me see if I can swap over. Yeah, alright, main page. I think it'll show up under archetypes when I look at an archetype. Let me just go to Blaster. Yeah. Alright, so on the wiki page, when you look at an archetype, just it's not a class per se in the classic sense of a class, you know. To me, class is it's kind of a class, but it goes a little deeper than that. But when you build your character, when you pick your archetype, it'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stats in a block. And then it says blaster stats, survivability 4, and it's from, you know, 1 through 10, well, mostly 2. I don't think they go lower than 2, but so 2 through 10. So survivability 4, so that's not even half. Melee damage 8, because they give them some melee damage, which they're a blaster. They do a lot of well, yeah, defenders are even worse, but defenders aren't glass cannons, they're just glass. Melee damage 8, range damage 10, because they're a blaster. They're a range damage expert. Crowd control 4, support 2, pets 2, because unless you do a few things, you're not going to get any. So, you know, that's the thing. When you build your character, that shows up. And if you don't pay attention to that, and you see that survivability, let's go look at the other ones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 standard archetypes and 4 epic archetypes. 2 heroes and 2 villains. So we'll go down the line. Brute. Survivability 8, melee damage 9, range damage 2, crowd control 5, support 2, pets 2. So let's do a little, since we're looking at this now. So I'll do blasters. Brutes. So we have 8, 9, 2, 5, 2, and 2. So let's go back to the blaster now, because I didn't write it down. Be 4, 8, 10, 4, 2, and 2. Alright, so controllers. What do you think their biggest stat's gonna be? Survivability 4, just like a blaster. Melee damage 2. Range damage 3. Crowd control 10. Support 7. Pets 5, because they do have some pets. Corruptor, the old villain blaster. 4. 2. Range damage 7. Not as good as a blaster, but they got crowd control at 4, which ain't terrible. But support 8. And pets 2. Defender. Survivability 4. Imagine that. Melee 2. Range 6. Crowd control 4. Support 10. And pets 2. Oh, dang. Oy, oy, oy. Dominators. Survivability. They're one of the worst. 3. Oh, man, I'm gonna have to take an allergy pill. Melee damage 6. Range damage 6. Crowd control 10, because they're basically the controller of the red side. Back in the day, now that that's not an issue. Support 2, pets 5, because they have some more pets, just like the controller, are 5. Mastermind. I wonder who's going to have the biggest pets. Oh, we're at that. Yeah, survivability 7, very good. Only one below a brute. Melee 3, ranged 4, which is weird, but their pets can be either or, and they don't count them under that. They're counting the main character of the mastermind. Crowd control 3. Support 5, because their secondary is a support. And pets 10. Imagine that. Scrapper, your melee damage specialist. I wonder how much their melee damage is going to be. Survivability 7. Melee damage 10. Oh, imagine that. Range damage 2. Crowd control 4. Pets 2. Support 2. Pets 2. Well, that's typical. Okay, sentinels. Six, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, sentinel 7 survivability. They're the blaster tanker that we tried to make back in the day, so their survivability is better. Melee 4, range 7, but they give up that damage because they have survivability potential. Crowd control 2, support 2, pets 2. Stalkers. Survivability 7. Melee damage 10. Imagine that. Range damage 2. Crowd control 4. Support 2. Pets 2. And tanker. Who do you think's gonna have the greatest survivability? Tanker 10. Melee 7. Range 2. Crowd control 5 because of their taunt ability. Support 3. Pets 2. And then the epic. These should be, the Peacebringer and Warshade should almost be the same. PB. Survivability 8. Melee 6. Range 7. Crowd control 3. Support 3. Pets 2. Warshade. Survivability a little less 7. Melee 3. Ranged 7. Crowd control 5. Support 2. Pets 5? What? Really? Okay. Arachno Soldier. AS and AW. Arachnos Widow. Survivability 7. Melee 6. Range 7. Crowd control 3. Support 5. Pets 5. Arachnos Widow 7. Ranged or melee 8. Ranged 5. Crowd control 2. Support 5. Pets 2. Alright. So the tank is the king at survivability at 10. With the Peacebringer and the Brute coming in second at 8. Then there's a few 7s. A few 4s. And 1 3 as the Dom as the worst. Then melee damage. The Scrapper is the king at 10. And the Stalker at 10. Then the Brute at 9. And then there's a few 8s. The Blaster has 8 because they have such damage buffs and stuff that they can, even though they don't have a lot of melee powers, they can do a lot of melee damage. Just not as much as some of the other ones. But the Blaster is tops and ranged at 10. And the epic ones, the Peacebringer, Warshade, Arachnos Soldier, and Arachnos Widow, don't have any top because they are a hybrid, and you can make them really good by concentrating on one over the other, and with set bonuses and stuff you can make them a real good DPS or a real good crowd control and a minimalist tank, except for the Peacebringer and Warshade. If you focus on the dwarf form, like if you do a real targeted build, which I've done with my one as a for range damage, but you can do the same as a tank. You could have really high damage and really good tanking if you focus. Now, if you only do a super hybrid build, like with the ability to have 3 builds, I have a pure dwarf or a pure Nova right now, Warshade, and they are probably equal to a blaster then because of that, because I focused on it. I super slotted all its major Nova powers, 6 slots, and they do a lot of damage. But in that particular build, they have no dwarf form, and their human form is just for cosmetics. All their power is focused on the Nova form. I'm gonna build one that has it focused on the dwarf form. Same with the Warshade or the Peacebringer. Same thing. I'm gonna do all 3 builds, and the third build will focus on the hybrid human form, where I won't take. I think I gotta take one or the other, Nova or dwarf. Maybe. I might not. And then, I haven't totally built that out on mids yet. I've played around with it some. But yeah, that Well, let's get back to this survivability. Let's see. Melee damage, range damage, CC, support, and pets. Okay, so we're on crowd control. And of course that's controller and the Dominator, because that was the villain side controller. Most of the other ones are crap. Brute has 5, Tank has 5 because of the taunt powers and such. But, and then the PB and the Warshade have 7, Ragnos Soldier has 7, and a Widow has 5. A Sentinel has 7 as well, because they, again, they can do some CC. Support is of course the Defender at 10. And then Corruptor at 8. And Controller at 7. And then everything else is 5 or lower. And then pets, of course, that's Mastermind at 10. And then there's a few 5s here and there because they have access to some other pets. And you can get a few more if you take some of the epic stuff correctly, usually from the red side. And yeah, that's just, So there's, other than the Brute, then, and the special ones, the hybrids, the epic archetypes, the Brute doesn't specialize in anything over another thing, except for that its survivability and melee damage are pretty high. Not the highest, but it does more damage than a tank. it's considered a 9 and the tank is a 7. Whereas, of course, the scrapper and the stalker are the top of the pops there. But yeah. So, I mean, you know, that's one thing that a lot of people don't look at when they're building or thinking about their character is, okay, what do I want to do with this character? And again, you know, going back to mine, there's no wrong way to play. But, you know, after you've made a few, sometimes you'll want a theme and some other stuff. So if you want a character that does a lot of melee damage, you're not gonna pick a defender. You know, I mean, you want to pick, you know, a scrapper, a stalker, a brute, a tank, a peace bringer, or a widow, you know, and take the right path on the widow, because some of the widow, again, that's those ones are like really iffy on some of those numbers, because you can tweak those a little bit by the build, because they're what I call a hybrid. Hang on, I gotta check on something. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back. Take an allergy pill, man. My nose is just jonesing me. We sound all funky. Yeah, let me look up that. Multiple builds. There it is. So, I just wanted to check because I think you can swap them out. In the middle of not battle. You might even be able to do that. once every 15 minutes. So there is a little bit of a caveat there, but yeah. So a free second build unlocks at level 10. A third build is unlocked by completing Mender Rammel's story arc and unlocking the alpha slot. Anytime a character visits a trainer, one of the options will be to change builds, or builds can be changed anywhere with /select_build. And you can bind that to a key, and then you can do it on the fly. But you can only do it every 15 minutes. All powers will have their recharge timer reset when changing builds. Changing a build as fast as possible will take a total of 30 minutes. All but the longest recharging powers will be recharged by then. Really? I didn't know that. Okay, so then it kind of sucks if you're trying to do it in the middle of a mission or something. But so your primary and secondary power sets remain the same. Not the powers that you've chosen, but you cannot, like, you can't build an ice ice tank, and then build an ice battle axe tank, or a, fire ice tank. Yeah. Your primary and secondary stay the same. It's just like respectifying. Experience is the same from one build to the other, and combat levels are the same. Security threat levels are not. See below. Really? Because you have to train it up. So you start. Once I get done with this, because this is the end, we'll go look at my whatchamacallit. So let's just get back to this for a moment. To our play here, and then we'll go play around with that a little bit. And I'll show you how that works then. But yeah, that's one of the nifty things about that, is that with the same thing with the Arachnos soldier or widow, and I didn't know about that at first, because that's why I built two Arachnos widows and two Arachnos soldiers, because I was going to make one the widow one of Fortunata and one of Night Widow. Well, I didn't have to do that. I could have did I go through there? It just didn't seem like I went through there, but I guess I did. There's just nobody else here. Okay. Alright, no biggie. But yeah, but then when I found that out, when I was doing my Peacebringer and Warshade, starting to build them out, I was like, oh cool, now I don't have to make another one. I just have to level it, go through the whole process of leveling stuff, picking stuff and rebuilding it, and then all the monetary outlay of alright, so we finally got Melvin. He's finally going home. Whoops. So yeah, we'll delve into that here in a moment, just because we're thinking about it. NG, so we'll hit him first. so he doesn't pop the gun blade out. Auto cannon, whatever, auto turret, whatever it's called. But yeah, that probably have to defeat most everybody in this area. Maybe just these two guys, because they were close to him, but it could be... It depends upon what they consider the room and his men. But yeah. I mean, if we get... No, it's everybody. This is considered the whole room. Operative, officer, okay. We'll just go at him in order. Well, this guy's gonna aggro him because I confused him. He was obfuscated. Eschew obfuscation. Obfuscate. There it is. Okay. And see, you didn't get the big thing because we still have to talk to Crimson at the end here. We're going to go talk to him and get debriefed. So he can say his piece. Yeah. And since we're pretty close, I wish there was a channel here, but we'll just have to double. We'll go to Talos. Oh, that's my... Just missed it. Come on, close the gate so I can click on it. Da, 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 da. And just go out, turn to the right, hit the tunnel, and go to PI, and we'll be close to Crimson. He's just on the other side of the big girl statue. And there we go, 58 merits, blah 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 blah. I mean, there's a lot, they wrote a lot of cool stuff in here, and I've read it a couple times, so, you know, I used to have the books. I want to get them again and read them again. You know, I do like this game a lot. I mean, it was my first MMO. I knew about MMOs before because I used to have a regular customer driving the cab, and she was really into Dark Ages of Camelot, I think it was. That one and Ultima and EverQuest were some of the first ones, sort of, more or less, kinda. The first really big, well-known ones, at least. Ultima Online, Dark Ages Camelot, and EverQuest. So now when we call Indigo, she'll give us the big, yay boy, the big daddy. And yeah, we probably won't do anything else with her. Yeah, I think we're kind of done with Tina. Oh, we got Maxwell. We'll try his quest line and see if we can get his arc. But first, we're gonna... Where are we gonna go here? we gonna get a day job here? No. That figures. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're going to do a swippy swap over right quick since we were talking about it. And go check out Noxria, the Night Ray. And see, I have Alpha. She's my peace bringer. And like I say, I didn't need to make 2 of these, but I did because I didn't know at the time that I could do this build thing. Same thing with the widows. You know, I could only made 1 and did the swoop swap around. But that's why I never made another war shade. Because yeah, did I get the... There we go. I got dimensional order. So here's his build. And all of these that are 6 slotted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, when I go into Nova form, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ebonite, Dark Nova, Dark Nova Bolt, Dark Nova, Dark Nova, Dark Nova. So Ebonite might be Ebonite. Oh, Dark Nova. So that's the one that I turn into. So that's why it's 6 slotted. And then these, I still get the bonus stuff from them, but they get turned off when I go into the Nova. They're toggled, and I still get the, like, set bonuses and everything, I believe, because they're on my person. But yeah, you don't have access to those powers because you're in the squid. You're in the Nova form, which is damage. I mean, that's, you know, when all this other stuff gets turned off, but these range damage, and then I got the 1 hold, but it still does light damage, and then it's recharge, knockback, and then that's the other thing. When you look at my things here, what did I do? Knock back to knock down, knock back to knock down, knock back to knock down. I sacrificed a slot, so I didn't get that 6 slot bonus on these, but I'm torqued out. These don't do the, I don't think they do a knockback. They just do straight damage, so that's why. I mean, I could have kind of swooped these around, but I don't know if those went in there or something, so I can't remember. I mean, I could respec them and move some of this stuff and, you know, take away that 5% psionic defense and you know, one of these I could go ahead and 5 slot to improve my movement speed and do away with this little bit of recovery. But yeah, so that's the Nova build right there. So what did it say? Backslash, let me go back to multiple builds, select build. Okay, because I don't have it key bound. Oh, I didn't spell it right. Because I couldn't type evidently. Select build. Oh, I wonder if I need to put so there it is. So now I'm in build 2. And it looks like I've built him out. So alright. He's got all the stuff. But I don't have anything slotted because I haven't got the enhancements for him yet because it's very expensive to do this. And yeah. And you can see some of his powers are just not, you know, like that's a toggle, that could go here. That's a toggle. Well, first I gotta look at what happens when I do this. Yeah. So the toggles don't really matter because they're not going to be on or anything. And then these are the only powers he has, which is Black Dwarf, Black Dwarf, Black Dwarf, Black Dwarf, Black Dwarf, Black Dwarf. Which, you know, there they all are. Black Dwarf, yeah. Yep. And then some of these I've got for the set bonuses and other stuff that I won't use because I'll be in this form unless I'm just flying around and then running around. Then I'll just be in my Humi form. But then I'll have some of these other things on. You know, Shadow Cloak, Twilight Shield, Gravity Shield, and the Sunless Mire is an attack, but it goes. See, those all go away, and then these are his things, you know. And they, you know, again, this is the Lobster Boy, what a lot of people call it. But yeah. Now I won't be able to change back anytime soon because it takes 15 minutes, but that's no big deal because I don't really need to change back. But his third build would be the human build, and it would look totally different because I have different powers selected and have them slotted. And, you know, I probably have this 6 slotted because this is the nuke. You know, he'd be kind of like a blaster in a way. You know, and he has this pet and some, you know, range stuff and whatnot. I don't know what exactly that build. I'd have to look at my mids. Because I got him built out on mids. Just can't show you guys without totally getting out of the game. Where's Nox? Because he's got 3 mids build. There's the Dwarf, the Warshade, and the Human. So the Human, I don't have all the powers picked yet. Or I mean the enhancements picked, but
I did him like a true hybrid. I only 5-slotted a couple things. I didn't 6-slot anything because I wanted to 4-slot a bunch of other stuff. But he's got, like fly and hover, evasive maneuvers, and then, Quasar. He's getting the superior colliding archetype set in it, and Gravity Well is the other one that he's getting it in, which on this one they're not slotted at all because, again, this guy doesn't use that stuff. He's using this, which is a melee, an AoE, a PB AoE, a melee taunt, which is the tank thing, range self-teleport, and then these he doesn't use. So yeah, so like 6 is just a teleport. Yeah. And that's just like a stone tank, because he can jump and all, like a stone tank, but he is a little slow. But yeah, when you look at his powers, yeah, it shows, these things, but they're not up and open, and everything in red you can't use while you're in the dwarf form, so that you can only use the white stuff, which is, that's the first power, that's the second power, that's the third, or not the third, but it's the fourth power, that's the third power, that's the sixth power, and that's the fifth power. So yeah, it's, and yeah, this stuff's all gone. I can't use it. I don't even know why I took hasten. But, yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's a crazy build. And it's expensive, again, because you gotta, now I just got a clean slate here with nothing in it. Once I slot it, then when I do the swap around stuff, it'll work. It'll be fine. There'll be stuff there. But it's basically building 3 characters in one, and it's expensive because you're totally clean slate. So yeah, now he's back into the Hume form, but this is just, to not be used very often. I can toggle these on, but again, as soon as I, these other powers over here, once move, they're all gone. They're just gone because you can't use them in the dwarf form. So it's cool, but yeah, you can't just swap willy-nilly either, which is fine. But trying to build a pure hybrid, which has some powers in dwarf and has some powers in Nova, to me that just gimps you. If you want to, again, play that way, that's fine, play that way, but to me that's not an option. I either want to swap, I'll either have the role of being the tank or being the damage dealer, or being the damage dealer in the weird human form, which is fine. But yeah, we can go back to Tatsumaki now and keep playing a little more for the day. That was just a little aside of, how that works, and it's like I say, building another character without totally rebuilding. Well, you are rebuilding another character, but yeah. It's just already leveled up. I mean, it's at the same level. So, yeah. So, I was going to look at what's his name's stuff. I'm done with Indigo pretty much. Maxwell Christopher, I believe. Yep. So, okay, so this is his urgent mission, recover records in Nemesis Front. Then he has a couple badge missions, Meteorologist, True Nemesis. And he's good through level 45. So yeah, we'll probably, if we can get his badge missions, that'd be great, because they're both 5. Well, the one is 5 missions long, actually, so it's a mini arc, and the other one's 6 missions long. And then his story arc has 13 steps with a couple, 13 missions with a couple with multiple steps, like find Bentley Berkeley. Didn't we do him? Evidently not. Find solid evidence of the connection between Lockhart and Nemesis. Find evidence in lab. So that's probably 2 door missions. Find Bentley Berkeley. Defeat 25 Sky Raiders. Find Bentley Berkeley. Step or Mish 7. 7-1 is hit Depot, find intelligence. 7-2 is defeat Cassidy and his aides. So yeah, see, there's a couple different steps there. But yeah, he's got the True Nemesis and the Meteorologist badge. So we'll see how this goes. So now, where are we going? Fault line. Alright. Well, we'll just LRT to fault line. What time is it getting? It's probably time for me to do my shot. Yes, it is. Get it prepped. Oh, man. Set my timer for 9 minutes. It was 73 degrees at 9 o'clock. It's now almost 1 o'clock, and it's 59. Nice. Should finish my book later as well, unless I just get super tired and don't finish it when I lay down. I'm almost done, like 30 pages. Then I'm on number 4. What is that? King of the... No, not King of the Murgo's Castle of Wizardry. Enchanter's Endgame. Alright. Select. Yeah, see, I cleared the fog of war because I did all the points on the map, so I knew where I went. It's really not that important now because you can do the missions that show you the locations of the badges that you haven't been to, but sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't give you the missions for all the badges, so I still like to do it my old-fashioned way. Oh, Warhawks. Just under 6 hours left on the buff. That's good. I'll probably have to take another 8 hours, but I might not use it all. I would think I have about 10 hours left of playtime to hit cap. Could be wrong, it might take longer. I got seven levels. It might take 2 hours a level or so. Just depends on how fast I crush it. Invaders. There isn't probably anything down this corridor. What the heck? Oh yeah, I knew there's people up there. Oh, there is a few here. Wow, nice. Orange minions. Yeah, both orange minions. Not a regular group because there's just 2 in the group, which kind of sucks. So what could have been 15k is only 10k. A little better than a sharp stick in the eye. Well, there's 2 groups up here though, but one's not a full group either. They're just yellow, so yeah, 12k, and about 8k over there because they're just yellow. Oh, but sheesh, I didn't even look. I didn't know I was so far past half. Oy, oy, oy. Alright. Didn't hear any glowies. Oh, wow, there's only one. And it's capped right there. Alert, alert, intruder alert, intruder alert. Anyway. You cannot defeat the Gorfian Empire. Oh boy, those mad impetuous days of playing in the arcade in the 80s. Oh, there's the file. Yeah, we're gonna go. There's probably a couple more baddies here, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe so. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Fine. But yeah. I really want to go to that arcade. Return with the files, and I did that mission super quick, less than 15 minutes, because my LRT is not up yet. Well, the maps weren't very big, so what do you expect? Go to the portal. Because I ain't hanging around for 2.5 minutes. When I can just go to the portal. And my load time is not very much. Oof. Founders Falls. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's a couple arcades locally. One downtown Olympia, and one in at the edge of Lacey and Olympia. I really want to go and see what kind of pinball they have. Maybe I might play Galaga. Defeat all Nemesis in Lab. If they got Galaga or Centipede or Missile Command. There's a couple others that I might try if they've got them. Tempest. What am I doing? I'm not going to a trainer. I'm going to that. There it is. Okay. I'm alright. Just thinking of classic arcade games, man. Oh. Me and my buddy used to play the ice hockey. It wasn't a electronic game. It was a physical, kind of like, God, now I can't even think of it. Foosball. But with hockey guys, little figures with different size sticks. And it was encased in a bubble, polycarbonate or plastic, plexiglass, whatever bubble. So the puck didn't go flying around, of course. The puck was smaller than a quarter, maybe about a nickel. Maybe twice as thick as a nickel, but not as heavy, I would think. And sniper tried to get me. Oh, dang. Come on, turn off. Alright. Let's do our pokey pokey. But yeah, you had, all the normal players. You could move them back and forth a little bit. And then the goalie from side to side. And turn the sticks and they slap the puck. That was a great game. That was super fun. And we probably liked it so much because we were fairly evenly matched. Sometimes I'd just win, like lights out, and other times he'd win lights out. And sometimes it'd be back and forth, super close. So yeah, it was fun. God damn it. Man, sometimes, ow, it's just not very fun. Hold times I'm just indifferent. Other times, man, it looks like a look bad, just ugh. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, that was, I mean, we'd play some foosball and some air hockey. That was about the only competitive game we really played religiously. Was the hockey. That was mad, impetuous days of youth. But then, yeah, we'd play other, pinball and some of the other electronic games. I got pretty good at Centipede. Galaga I was really good at. I couldn't roll the machine, but man, I think my highest score was like almost 600,000. I probably could have got all the way to the end eventually, but was never at the place long enough for me to learn all the patterns and stuff. I'd seen a guy roll it. Get over 1 million points because it only had 6 digits, so. I would consistently get 3 to 4 usually after I really learned how to play it. So yeah. God, this guy's failing his perception all over the place. Took you long enough, buddy. Wow. But yeah, Centipede I was pretty good at. Missile Command. I got pretty good at Tempest. I liked Sinistar. I wasn't very good at it. I was okay at it. I love Sinistar. Older, before the real electronic arcade games, I loved Seawolf. Man, and I was pretty good at it. And then, oh god, what was the one? Battle Zone. That was the weird vector graphics thing where you controlled the tank and it was all just green lines to make up the enemies and the terrain on the screen, and you look through like a scope thing, kind of like almost like the Seawolf thing, like you're looking up through a periscope eye set. Yeah, I love Battle Zone, I think is what that one was called. I got good at that. I'd always get crazy missiles that dropped really fast and flew through, and if you didn't get them shot, they would just run around and kill you, and they move super quick. Fake Nim. Fake Nim, Lieutenant. Wow, I got the Nim down before he bubbled. Or not regular bubble, but invol bubbled. That's pretty cool. I like Gorf. Phoenix was really fun. There's a couple side scroller ones that, or isometric side scroller one that was really fun. I can't remember the name. I saw it on something the other day on YouTube. Zaxxon, I think that was it. Now that I'm thinking. Yeah, Zaxxon. That one was really fun. 1942. Moon Patrol, I think. That one was pretty cool. I loved Spy Hunter, but I couldn't play it for shit. But it was just fun to kill a couple quarters on it. Just wasn't very good at it. Dig Dug. Love Dig Dug. Rally X, that was another one. That one was cool. I liked Rally X. Janet Killiam. Not that I'll get to her. There's a badge. 30 Nemesis. There are some spaces around here where there's some NEMs that... this isn't... There's only 2 guys. I gotta do 30. Oh man. There's a Warhawk. Yeah. He's gonna bubble. Oh, I got him. No, I didn't. He got it off. He's all unaffected. A little biatch. I want to hit these guys because if I mean, I could hit them a couple times and get them down low. Oh, there he goes. No, yep, he's down. Okay. Let's hit this other one and see if we can take them out both at the same time so they don't get the vengeance thing. There, you got it. Is he going to get healed much? Nope. Nice. Oh, 2 Warhawks. Wow. Okay. Missed him. Man. Like, why is that car coming here? Oh, he's doing a hooking a U-turn. $23 to go. Good God, man. Why can't I find like a group of 10 of these guys? 2 here, 3 here, 1 here. Jeez. Should go on the other side. There's usually bigger groups of them over there, and sometimes around some of these other buildings. Like here, this is what I'm looking for. Now I can do this, and this, and this, and they'll all fall down and go boom. They're all just, no lieutenants or higher. Mostly lieutenants. You kill them, they get vengeance. Because you killed their lieutenant. I don't think the sergeant's the really one who runs the outfit. The lieutenant's just there to make sure things get done by the book. There, that's better. 12. Yay. Couple. Now that'll get me below 10. This will get me to 10, and then the other one will get me to 7. Just a twofer? Wow, man. It's not like you need 1,000 of these guys for a badge, but you need 1,000 of these guys for a badge. The Jaegers, not just Nemesis. Defeats. Thousand longbow, 1,000 Jaegers, right there. Mean Green Machine. These guys respawn a big group. No, not really. Well, get these couple groups, and then I should be done with it. This will get me 5. I think there's 2 over here. And surely there'll be 3 over here on the other side somewhere. Probably 2, and then I'll see a big group, and I only need 1 guy. And I won't see another two mob group forever and a day. I mean, that's always the way it goes. Perfect. Yeah, there's these other ones I saw over here, but yep, sweet, I'm done. Talos, here we come. Oh, I should have just ran over to the thing. Oh well, too late. Oh, man. Oh, geez, it's way north. Arkanoid, I was good at that one. Space Invaders, of course. Wasn't too bad at that one. Asteroids, which was okay. Megatron or Mega. You were just a little Robotron, that was it. That was fun. I wasn't super great at it, but it was fun. Joust, oh my god. I got okay at Joust once I learned a few things and figured a few things out. Defender, I love Defender, but I sucked at it. Some of the side scrollers I wasn't very good. Ms. Pac-Man, I was better than Pac-Man. Unless it was the Super Speed Pac-Man. I don't know what gen that was, but they had the Super. I don't think it was just called Super Pac-Man, but one of the Pac-Man, regular Pac-Man's got an upgrade or something. Oh. Oh wow, the sniper hasn't made me. And his back's turned to me, so. Frogger. I liked Frogger. Cuber. Man, I was thinking of another one that was really weird. I liked Cuber. It was funny. Kicks. Kicks was really cool. Oh, he was turning to face me. Oh, there's another one over there. These guys are terrible. Even if you LOS them, line of sight, you break line of sight, they will not move. They will just stand there and shoot you. So if you got 2 like I just got, just, yeah, go take care of them. I mean, I'm glad you did. was this drag racing game. I think it was just called Drag Race. It could be a head-to-head. 2 steering wheels, a shift pedal, or a shift knob, and a gas pedal. On the console, on the screen was, I don't think it was really colorized. I think it was monochrome, and it had the Top Fuel style. Again, just vector graphics, if I remember correctly. And if you over rev, you do the wheelie stand and it'd keep standing and it'd topple over. Once I kind of got the gist of shifting and accelerating correctly, it worked out pretty good. I got good at it. I could play it pretty well with success. I only saw it once. It was at one of the 7-Elevens my dad ran in OKC. It seemed like it didn't get a ton of play. I played it quite a bit. I'd go in on the weekends, stock the cooler, get a couple bucks, get some crappy 7-Eleven food. And have fun. One of his first stores he managed, that one was the one where I played Missile Command. Galaxian, which I wasn't very good at, but Galaga I was really good at. I think those were both midway games. But they also had the Dolly Parton pinball machine there. And that one, I think it still had Nixie tubes with a numbering thing. It was classic. I was in the 81, 82 maybe. It was when we first moved there, so it had to be 81. 80, 81. Could have been the summer before when we got there. I think it was summer of 80. No, and I can't remember. I think my first school yearbook at Coyle was 81. So yeah, that was 80, early 80s, or late 80, going into 81. So, but yeah, that pinball machine, I rolled it a couple times. I just got the feel for it. I wonder why. But yeah, I just love that one. I remember some other old pinball machines. Matahari, I used to love playing that one. That one was fun. Pinbot. That one wasn't an older one. There's one called Funhouse or something like that. It was either circus or clown or carnival oriented. What was the one with the cop one? Oh geez, I can't think of the name of that one now. That one was really cool. traveling. I wonder if there's enough guys in here. Probably not. I don't know. We'll try. No, if we get pretty close, if we get past the M, we might street sweep a couple before we take the next mish. Oh, let's hope for a very large spawn in here. I mean, and so far, oh yes, they're all orange. This one is stupid. Wake up. Yeah. Is that top speed? Man, I can't remember, but that one was a fun one. I always liked multi-ball or ramped ones, and that one had a ramp and multi-ball, I think. This was a pretty good spawn for here. They were just kind of close though. There's probably nobody else in this front section. I think, yeah. Oh, a captain. Let's go get the hussar first. Jaeger in there. Oh well. Well, we're into the M, so we'll go street sweep some Paragon. Maybe get some Warhawks and some Nemesis. Fake Nems. Alright, let's get out of here. Return data to Maxwell. Oh, shoot. Founders Falls. Well, let's see what that'll give us. Talk to Dr. Sheridan in Brickstown. Luckily, we're by a portal, so... Oh. Oh, we got a couple guys here. We might take out that green Hellfrost. He won't give us a ton, but he'll give us some. He's a boss. And at least he's going to give us some XP. Oh, he's a lieutenant? Ah, that's terrible. They're usually bosses. The Hellfrost Lords. Yeah, he can give us Jack. Yeah, Bupkis. I was thinking he was going to be a boss because they're usually a boss. That's Bupkis. Oh well. Yeah. We'll see what talking to this guy gives us. If it leads to another mish, then we'll just do the... If it defaults into a mish, then it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But then we'll get the level within that mish. But if we have to call a guy and get another mish, then that's a different thing. Then we can go knock a couple guys out and get it. But if it's yep, there we go. That leads into another mish. Oh well. We'll just go do it then. We'll ding in the mish. It's no big deal. I could set it to +2 because I'm gonna ding super quick, and then that way it'll make it. Just gotta remember to put it back. I'm gonna have to do some cleanup again pretty soon. I've got way too much junk in here. How's my recipes looking? Yeah. Time to get my boots dirty. Can't believe how cool it is at night. Man, it's freaking July. Not just July, it's the last week of July. I mean, it was... Look again. Yeah. 59 at 1 o'clock. 58 at 1:39. Good God, man. 4 devices to reconfig. And some red minion. They would have been orange. They will be orange. Oh, those guys are kind of yellow. Once I get these guys, because I bet they'll... they might not give me the lev. It's gonna be a close thing though. Really close. group or the other group. I mean, who's it gonna be? There it is. Oh shoot. Probably still have enough time. Oh yeah. Wow. Sometimes it seems like it's been a long time, but not like in a bad way, just like it just seems like I've been playing a long time and I haven't really. But there's level 44. That means, yep, I can slot that puppy. Get this power and I'll be able to slot that one too. Accuracy, damage. Lose some damage, but gain some accuracy. Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, he's still red. Wow. 46. Sometimes I think, because that's +2. He shouldn't be +2. He should have been 45. But that's fine. I'll take the XP. Oh, that's a snipe. Now the snipers, even though it seems like technically you would consider them an officer, they don't count toward the getting the whatchamacallit, the vengeance. Four devices to reconfigure. Where's the device? Oh, it's over there. See, the Jaeger will come out, but he won't do jack until you get back into his range. Then he'll start pumping shots at you. Oh man. No dude. No dude. Okay. Oh shoot. Come on. Get everybody get over here. There we go. More Jaegers. Nice. Let me get some toward that freaking 1,000 Jaeger thing. Ooh, I'm almost 10%. Oh. There was a doodad there. All right. Oh, man. And a fake man. Just regular dudes. too until I get the next mesh. If there's a next mesh, let's go talk to them and get the badge. That way I'll get a better payday at the end. Alright, I think that is a clear map. Let's get out of here. Turn it in. Go level up. See what we're doing. We might call it. Getting a little tired. Defeat all foes in Weather Lab. Jeez Louise. That's in Brickstown. Oh, Jesus, right there. Well, I want to go get leveled up and then come back. I'll go see Manny. Oh, I'll go get this bark thing that I don't have. Huh. Thought I had all the park stroller ones. Evidently not. Oh, not Manny. Swanee. I think that is the mental blast. Yep, mental blast. Accuracy damage. So next I get 3 slots. It'll be at 45. I'll probably go boom boom, and I'll get that one. Boom. I can slot all of those. So 2 in there, 1 in there. And then 46. I'll go boom, boom, boom. And everything will be slotted. And then I'll be able to have all the slots available and have slotted what I can't slot. .46, everything will be slotted out. At 47, I take concentration and I can slot that. And then 48, slot concentration, 3 slots. And I'll be able to slot these. At 47 in Go to 49. I'll give Boggle. And at 50, slot. Yeah, there we go. Because at 47, I'll be able to slot, yeah, all of these. Well, no. Not these. Those will wait till 48. Okay, so yeah, that's the way. These will all get going. Yep, alright. Yeah. Sweet. So which park stroller am I missing? There's only 3. 2 Scholastic, 5 total. The 3, 4, and 5. Maybe I don't have 5. Pretty sure I got whatchamacallits for this, so let's go hit 5. I might not have that because of the proximity to the... There it is, yeah. Go with proximity to the gate. Because I've got... I should have... Yeah, the Zig Warden. So now I can reveal this one. Okay, cool. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get this badge and then log off in here so we can start getting whatchamacallit. There it is. The day job badge for that. And yeah, I think I'll call it. Read a little bit and probably try and fall asleep. I can definitely get that last enhancement. Then for that, I've got 129. Oh jeez, there we go. I'm gonna get dumped and then not dumped, so that's a weird thing. There we go. I'm back. Kinda got a little hitch in the giddy up there, but yeah. Yeah, because I want to get that in there as soon as I can. So I'll go 2 and 1. And then 1, 2, 3. And then I'll be on the last track. Yep, just like I planned. Alright. Well, that's it for today, for the moment, for whatever. So, I